Welcome, lords and ladies, kings and queens, my noble court, to the Cosmic Archive, a living legendarium of a million worlds, and I am Lore Master Leonis, your humble scribe and archivist. Today, I'm really excited, actually, because I think we are eating good this week, boys. The recording session this week, the one before what we're about to watch, is Cream of the Slot by Skybrows, which was incredibly good. And now, I'm going to be reacting to Ladyverse Cinematics' most recent video. Lady Wasabi always makes amazing stuff, and she's found a way to so beautifully put her heart into the form of visual media. I don't know how she accomplishes the things she does. I'm still very new in my own walk of learning how to use AI and creating AI images, animations, etc. And I'm just in awe at the kind of things that Skybrows and Lady Wasabi can do. And this is going to be Lady Wasabi's newest one. At time of pulling this up, okay, so it was posted an hour ago, roughly. When I first pulled this up before doing the Cream of the Slop react in this same recording session, it was 24 minutes after she had posted it. So this is hot off the presses, brand new. I don't know that I'm going to post this right away. I might wait till like Friday or Saturday to post this. I don't know where Lady Wasabi sits in the realm of like, is it okay to react early, or does she prefer to let her video sort of be left alone for a little while to do its own numbers before reactors start reacting to it? But we'll see. If I do start seeing a lot of reactors put videos up, then I'll probably try to put this up around Thursday. Otherwise, I'll wait till maybe Friday or Saturday to put it up, just to give it a little more time, because this is very new, and I don't want to step all over Lady Wasabi's toes trying to get folks to watch her content. Speaking of which, her content is amazing and you should definitely watch it. But as usual, we're going to do a minimal react and a maximal react, and if you are on YouTube, you will not be getting the minimal react. Unfortunately, YouTube has decided that unpaused reacts are not something they're a fan of, so I don't want them to call me inauthentic simply because I let the video run. So today I'm going to be doing a minimal react, and if you're on YouTube, you're not going to get that, and then I will come back to the maximal react, and the folks on YouTube will get the maximal react. So without further ado, I will see you in a little bit, YouTube. Let's look into it. Oh man, oh boy. I saw 5 minutes and I was like, this is going to take me forever to get through. That moves so fast. It moves so fast. I couldn't keep up with it. So many of the people, I'm going to be honest with you, in the interest of saving time, I'm not going to go pop up X and look up everybody. But I'm going to say before I start, oh, by the way, welcome back, YouTube. I'm going to say before I start the maximal react, there were a lot of people in there that I recognize who they are. I have seen them a lot on X. I have seen their content. I don't remember their names, not because I dislike them, not because of anything like that. It's just that I only have so many room in a day to add new names to my head, and there's so many of them. So many of us now that are doing this, and I find it hard to keep track of it all. So if you're in this video and I miss your name, or I say I'm sorry, I don't remember what this guy's name is, I'm really sorry. I am trying really hard to try to remember as many people as I can. So many of those I felt like their name was on the tip of my tongue and I just couldn't grasp it. So if that is the case, I do apologize for not getting your name right. I am trying to remember everyone. I remember some of the names, I don't remember some of the other ones. So without further ado, if I'm right about what I saw in part of there, I'm pretty sure I saw me in one of those clips. If I didn't, then I'm being a vain bastard, I guess. So I apologize if I'm wrong about that as well. But we're gonna go right into the maximal react. This is really good. Look at the Sky. She called it a Skybrows anthem. Under One Sky album. Now I didn't check the description earlier. We'll do this now because we're doing a maximal react. She says you don't always win every battle. You don't always get what you want. Sometimes you just keep going even if you don't know where you're going, and through it all, you trust the man above because he sees the road ahead when you can't. My road ahead is dark, but he promised to walk beside me. I wrote the origins of the Red Veil, and I'll try to give more updates on my post on what will be coming next. So, something I've been curious about in this video is that multiple times we saw like I'm gonna go ahead and throw a like on that. Do I not have No, all notifications, all of them. Don't personalize for me. I want to see these. Anyway, I was wondering if the girl in like the back to tank is supposed to be Louis. If so, it's I think that's a very creative way to set that up. If not, I'm sorry if I'm jabbing at something I shouldn't be. Hello guys, my apologies if it took me a while to post again. I've been wanting to, but it has been a tough couple of months for me in real life, and I know many of you have been going through difficult seasons as well. I wrote this song as a follow-up to One Sky, and it will be under the One Sky album dedicated to Skybrows, whose talents, vision, and kindness inspired a lot of us enough to form a community. I genuinely hope this song encourages you during some of the hardest moments of your life. I hope this video gives you the little boost you need to keep going. More than anything, I hope it reminds you that there is still hope even when things seem impossible. I dedicate this song to everyone carrying a burden they wish they didn't have to carry. To those who are grieving, to those who are exhausted, to those who are struggling silently, to those who are waiting for answers that never seem to come, to those who feel like life has knocked them down one too many times, to those who are fighting battles no one else can see. This song is for you. Life can be unfair, it can be painful, sometimes it leaves us with more questions than answers, but as long as there is breath in our lungs, there is still hope. So if you find yourself in a dark season now, I hope this song reminds you of one simple thing. Keep going, one more prayer, one more step, one more day. Hold the line. We are not going down without a fight, and when your strength finally runs out, lean on the one whose strength never does. So this is my way of warming up again. I'll be back in the game, but might be a bit rusty from that hiatus that wasn't really a hiatus. P.S. I'll tag the cameos on another day. For now, I just hope you enjoy the video. I miss you all, and I hope to read your comments in the comment section. It's honestly one of the things I always look forward to. Lady Wasabi. P.S. Louie, I miss you so much. I hope you like it too. That one always hits me right in the feels. A parent should never have to bury their child. Damn, that would be the second one now. Romy Ratna has subscribed. Thank you for subscribing, Romy. I hope you enjoy it here. I've been working on mostly reacts, but I'm working on a little short animated set of videos. I'm trying to make like little 30-second to 1 minute long videos to post that take place in a little I got a couple little universes I'm trying to like do that with, just to kind of practice AI animation. I hope one day I could be good enough at this that I could do things like Louisverse, because oh my god, is this stuff amazing. It's incredible. 5 minute long video? That has to take so long and so much dedication and so many gens. And if you're not just belting money out your ass to make this happen, I imagine you burn up all your generations doing something, and then you have to wait a month to get, the rest of the month to get your tokens back, and then burn another month of generations trying to make it. I imagine it's tough. She talked a lot right now about people going through hard times in life. It's interesting to bring that up. I don't think like I'm really going through a hard time. If I had to really honestly assess my situation, I think I've probably been in one of the better spots I've ever been in my life. But I know a lot of people are going through hard times, and I know that I'm not going to get to sit here in this bubble of nicety forever. Like, this stuff will collapse eventually. For me, the hardest part is looking at the world, seeing what I genuinely believe is a collapsing world around me, going, hey, you guys realize this stuff's going to fall on you at some point, right? You guys should probably move. And nobody hears me and nobody listens. But I'm just going to keep moving on to what I need to move on to, and hopefully I can start moving forward towards what I'm trying to do. I have yet to post a single lore video on this channel. I will need to get to that at some point. I might end up making a separate channel for all the reactions and just doing lore videos separate. We'll see. I do really want to do video game lore videos. They're really fun. But let's pull forward and start this maximal react, shall we?
Funny thing about the end of the world is that nobody notices when it actually starts.
I vibe with that statement so hard, Lady Wasabi. Like, I was just saying right now how I feel like the world's collapsing and nobody else sees it. That's what that feels like. Nobody notices when it actually starts.
One day.
See, this is what I'm wondering. Is this Louis? Because we come back to this image multiple times and it doesn't look like Ember, so I'm curious.
We will make this world a better place.
But right now, we've got a war to win.
All right, listen up, team. You are approaching target area in T-10. All units ready.
Gear up, brothers. Eye sharp, heads down. You die out there, I'm not filling out the paperwork.
Something else I'm noticing is in this video, she has a bunch of AI generated voice lines that aren't music or song singing. So I think that's interesting because I've largely avoided that in my animations so far, just because I think maybe I'm just doing bad at genning it, but I feel like a lot of the AI voices don't really capture a human feel to them, right? And even there, I feel like the first female voice did a decent enough job. I don't know if that was AI or if that was maybe Lady Wasabi's real voice. The second voice, the first male AI voice, it caught the tone and the timbre very well, but I don't know what about it still came off as like not really a person talking. And then the Dot Pocket voice there was a little less human than the Skybrow's voice. So I don't think that's anything again. I don't think that's a knock at all against Lady Wasabi. I think that's just a limitation that AI has right now. It really frustrates me because I would love to use AI voices for some of my stuff. I love this bridge that is literally shaped like a sword. It is the most impractical shit I've ever seen, but goddamn does it not look amazing. I mean, it does look amazing. Goddamn does it ever look amazing. This, by the way, I don't think I've ever seen Lady Wasabi with like the mechanical wings. This is a very anime-esque, not like legit wings, but these are more like they create drag so you slow down.
If the shadows swallow me whole, I'm going down.
So Eva, or EVA, I think the VA actually stands for voice actress. I'm not 100% sure on that. What I know her from is she posts daily prompts on X for AI content creators. So you could go grab a prompt from her. I love her prompts because I learned so much about prompting for AI just by running her prompts and comparing them to other prompts, comparing them to my own prompts, and like, okay, she got this effect. Where in the prompt does it say something that would move to that effect? And sometimes I'll find phrases in her prompts where I'm like, ooh, I'm going to add that phrase going forward into prompts that I used. So she's been incredibly helpful in, I'll be honest, I don't know if EVA is actually a man or a woman, but her avatar is a woman. So for now, I'm going to say she's been incredibly helpful in helping me on my own AI journey. So I wonder if she has any YouTube videos we could react to. It would be fun to give her a thank you for all the help she's given me, even though she's never met me. Probably has no idea who I am. I'm guessing that this bird refers to someone. Something tells me this is another content creator, but I do not know who.
Tears like rivers, hard in chains.
Now we've seen these guys in previous videos from Louisverse. They're the winged sort of paratrooper corps.
But I'll hold the line.
And of course, we have the Sky Bros, which I believe in universe is treated as a specific, well-decorated unit within the Red Veil's military forces, run by Skybrows as their commander. I'm pretty sure this is Mags Noctis. Mags Noctis is a guy who uses a feminine avatar, and he always makes her look like this sort of mob boss. I mean, he does give her other very feminine looks, beach outfits and whatnot, but he always gives her sort of this elegant authority. I don't know if I say authoritarian, but like mob boss. I'm the boss. I'm the one in authority here. I'm not sure what this crown refers to. If I had to guess, I would say this is a reference to Feeble Mind. And for the sake of the community, I'm not going to go into detail of why that could be. But I don't recall seeing Feeble Mind make an appearance anywhere else in this video. So I think this might be his reference. Now, this is interesting because these are all very Warframe designed stuff. There was a whole thing that happened. I did not end up being able to be a part of it at the time. There was a whole thing that happened on X where I think it was either Eva or one of the other prompters came up with a prompt to turn your online avatar into a Warframe. And then I think Lady Wasabi made like 5 or 6 different Warframe characters that were just like original characters from the Red Veil that looked really sick. And some, like this one was one of them that I remember seeing. I don't remember seeing all of them. I think this one was another one. But this, I think this comes from that space. The seals, this comes from the pod / the seal verse. So Dot Pocket, that guy who said, I'm not going to do the paperwork at the beginning, he invented something called the Sealverse, which is like the Sky Bros, but all the Sky Bros have a seal version of them that looks like a seal from the ocean. This also eventually evolved into something called the Pod, which has become kind of its own subgroup within the Sky Bros community. This ship is so cool. We get to see a good sidelong view of it in a second. This is Silas Frostrunner. His background, his character background is like he's a noble who got stranded, had to survive, met his wife in like some middle of nowhere village on one of the islands he managed to barely get to on a raft. He came from a very noble bloodline, but now that he's gotten to see what the real world looks like outside of all the fancy castles and whatnot, he has such a better grasp on what to do as a ruler, as a military leader, than most of the people in his world who grew up in noble land. So he's just really, really good at his job. And he loves his wife and he has a kid with her. Can we take for a second this bullet? This is a crazy design because it almost looks like you have the primer here. For those of you who don't understand how bullets work, the back of the bullet here, this is what goes towards the back of the gun. The hammer strikes the silver part. The silver part causes a spark, which lights up the gunpowder inside the shell, which then sends the actual bullet itself out of the casing, out the barrel of the gun, out to do whatever it's going to do. But the design around it here almost looks like a sort of like a multi-rim fire. Like all of these could potentially be spark nodes as well. Although it looks like it's made out of the brass of the casing, so it's probably just a fancy design. See, now this ship, this kind of gives me, weirdly enough, this gives me like No Man's Sky Dreadnought ship vibes with this. I'm assuming this must be either Silas's ship or an enemy of Silas's ship, but it's got all the sort of wolf motifs on it, so I wouldn't doubt if it was Silas's ship. It looks so cool. I could also see this being sort of, it has a very similar aesthetic to the Gaming Syndicate, so it might be there too.
Yeah, this faith is all that we claim.
See, now I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be me. I'm relatively certain, and my reasoning for this is I don't think that Torstwolf wears a hat. So if this is me, thank you, Lady Wasabi. This would be my first cameo in anything, and I'm honored. I'm very honored. This is Gleeman over here. Gleeman is really cool. He makes a lot of good gens of either his character or other characters in like he tends to have a very happy, sunny vibe to him. Most of his stuff doesn't look dark or dreary. I'm not 100% sure who this is. With the halo, I'm tempted to say it could be Torst, but Torst usually doesn't wear like a full set of armor. It might be one of Torst's characters. I'm not 100% sure who this is, but it looks like we're discussing battle plans of some kind, like where to put troop positions and such. And then we see, I didn't think that was going to cut so quick. We see, I'm guessing this is a projection of one of the enemies, and this is a projection of the enemy stronghold. And we see Skybrow's moving pieces on the board to figure out where people are going to go for the attack. Yeah, because we see this guy immediately. This guy was on one of the projections, right?
No escape, no surrender now. It's fight or it's gone. So I lift my broken.
You know what I'm really getting bothered by right now, though, is how there's singing going on and the CC just says music.
Have fun, boys.
Okay, I think I'm trying to remember this guy's name. I want to say it's Biz or Busy. Oh man, there's so many little details around here. It's like Biz 7 or something like that, right? I think is his name. He has the samurai aesthetic going on. I know in a previous one he actually had a nameplate with his name on it, but I don't see that here. I'm guessing that this is Biz though. Got Pocket again? Okay, this is crazy. Pseudo is on the car, but it doesn't seem to say Pseudo on his outfit. He's got his little thing there. Okay, we don't really get a good look. Maybe this says Kineverse or something on it. I don't know. I suppose I could full screen this and try to see better. No, I think it might just be an AI artifacted situation for that. It does say Pseudo on the car though. This is Pseudo Gray. I would say he's one of two lore masters of the Skybrow cinematic universe. He kind of gets everyone's character backstories put together. The other one is Penny Bloomfield, and she's the one who kind of goes in and she's more like, I guess he would be the lore master and Penny Bloomfield would be the historian. She's the one who tells you the actual events that occurred throughout everything that's going on in the real world. This is a guy who gets everyone's character lore down. This airship is so cool. I know I'm geeking out on the visuals right now mostly. I'll be honest with you, I'm having a little trouble with the lyrics. I hear them, and some of them I hear clearly. But a lot of this I have to rely on the CCs, and they're not doing a good job. So there's Keen-Yen. Now this one I don't know. I'm gonna guess this is another content creator, but I don't know her name off the top of my head. Oh, that's quite an interesting pause. That one's slightly better. I'm gonna guess that this is probably someone who's in a circle that overlaps with my circle, but isn't in my circle. That would be my guess within the sort of realm of the community. This is the Holy Ball. I actually reacted to one of his videos, the acronym video, because I'm not going to try to say the acronym. This is interesting because he was depicted when the first time he had a body was in that video, and he's depicted with like white gloves. So now he's got like red and black instead of red and white. Very, I think it was like mostly red and white and gold in the first one. But I see he's got his like DJ booth set up behind him like he did in that video as well. And boy, is he ever shiny. This is Oculus Noisha. I need to find him on YouTube and see if he's got anything I can react to as well. I've talked to him a bit more on X and Discord now, but was it Discord? I might have just been on YouTube. Yeah, I think it was just on YouTube. X and YouTube, I've talked to him a bit more. He seems like a really great guy. He's been popping up. He makes a lot of AI images. I don't know if I've seen him make an AI video yet. If he did, I should probably check out his channel and see if I can react to it. Okay, now this is an interesting one because I'm looking at this and this looks like very much like Ember to me. But knowing that Ember makes an appearance later in her cat ear, with her cat ears and stuff, I'm assuming this is not Ember. This person has a sniper rifle, it looks like. Although the way she's holding it, it might just be a camera. She has a very similar aesthetic to Ember, including the green eyes. So I'm very curious because she's got this the Oni horns and the elf ears, which Ember doesn't have. So I'm very curious, like, who this is. Is this a rifle? I guess it's starting to look like one. It has like a magazine right there. You don't just have a bipod, you have a quadrupod for this. Damn. Oh, she does have what looks like a sniper scope on it. But this like sort of the skirt design and the upper design and the boots kind of very much gives me an Ember Paradox vibe. But I think I was wrong to say this was Ember Paradox because she does make an appearance later and doesn't look like this. I thought maybe this was like an outfit Ember Paradox has that I just haven't seen. This is Kitsura Nines and her husband Eights, which I'm going to be honest, I don't think I've seen them look this cool in a long time. I like the 9 on the truck. Hold on, I'm curious about something here. This is IX for 9. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I was curious about that one. I was thinking this one might have 8 scratches, and it was a reference to Eights, the husband. 9's background is basically that she was part of a group that was pretty much universally hated. She regrets being part of that group. She walked away from it, but a lot of people won't let it go. She's a really good being, though. Honestly, she's you can see kind of how she acts to the public is kind of cold. She's not very trustful, and based on the reality of what she's been through, it makes sense why she's not trustful. She got betrayed pretty badly multiple times. But when you see her interact with her actual friends, like people she actually trusts, it's like an entirely different person. She's probably one of the most supportive, genuinely loving content creators that I've ever seen. Like, she sticks by her friends through thick and thin, and she doesn't let anyone give them any shit. So I really respect her for that. And I've not seen a lot of her content, but she shows up a lot on X. I interact a little bit with her on X, but not much. But her and Eights hang out a lot with the Bloop and Hide Sinister. What is the... See, the other thing that I think is interesting to think about here is I'm wondering what some of these bad guy characters they're fighting are like representative of. Are they just generic bad guys? Or does this represent like a part of the ideological culture clash we're having right now? Ooh, I've seen him around. I don't know his name, but I've seen him around. I'm pretty sure... I don't remember this guy's name, but I'm pretty sure he's the guy who does, like, the cards, right? Sort of like a cowboy gambler character? I know there's one character who's like a headless horseman, and I don't remember his name either. I'm wondering if this is him or if this is one of the bad guys. Who is this? Is this... Because we're about to cut from this to Leaflet, I think. I don't know who this is. I imagine this is another person in the community, but again, like, this I don't even recognize. I don't know who this is at all, and I feel bad for that because I feel like I should know who this is, probably. Of course, we have Psychro VT here, your friendly survivalist, who's looking a little less than friendly towards these enemies right now. Damn, I love this, like, cloak thing flying about that she's got going for him. He's got a whole bodysuit. This is not normal. Normally, he wears, like a turtleneck and maybe, like, a bulletproof vest under his coat. No surrender, no breaking my water. What does that mean? Face the fire, I'll face the sword. Holding the line, I'm holding the line. I'll bend, I will fall, but I won't give up. I actually, I want to go back for a second. Something I noticed here, I don't know if this is intentional on her part. These look very much like British soldiery. Like British troops. And I wouldn't put it past Miss Wasabi to represent the fall of the UK and its unwillingness to listen to its people in this form. That may not be what it is. It may just be meant to be sort of a generic, dark, fantasy sci-fi enemy. That's just where my head goes on it. So if I'm wrong, feel free to correct me. I'm not trying to give out misinformation, but that it strikes me like this is what made me wonder if some of these soldiers or some of these enemies are actually representative of something in real life, because I would not be surprised if these are representative of the ideologically captured British institutions. Now, I said I wondered if this was Powder earlier. I don't think it is because we see Powder later. I'm not sure who this one is. It might be the Elf Inn lady? I'm not sure. Oh, this one too. I know this guy. I know he's in the community and he posts a bunch and I've seen his stuff on X. I haven't been on X for like the last few days, really. I mean, I've been on it, but only like for a few minutes, and I commented on a couple things. I haven't like sat down on X and scrolled through it for a while. But I know he's popped up for a lot of stuff. And then I just don't remember his name. He reminds me of like Null FM. I guess he could be Null FM. He's not green though. Null FM is like very like black and green, which is what's throwing me off. I don't think this is Null FM because of that. Sometimes if you click and then you click again, the animation doesn't really let you, or the YouTube doesn't let you do that. This guy I know, I want to say it's like Vampire Kitsuragi or something similar. He comes, I think he came from Shiver or Bloop's community, and he ended up joining in with all the AI stuff. I think he's from Shiver's community. I've seen him interact a lot with Tourist Wolf, so I don't know for sure if maybe they knew each other before, but he has sort of like a vibe of like, I kind of see two sides to his story, and I'm not sure if like which one comes before the other, but there's a part of his story where he's like very reveling in the power of a vampire and like, I know I'm going to dominate another person tonight or whatever. But there's another part of his story which I think comes after, but I'm not sure, where he sort of seems to be really humbled by the reality of what he's become and like less inclined to really utilize his power against people. And this is the bloop. This is probably one of the coolest designs I've seen for her too. I think the AI struggled a little bit with the rib cage, but it's definitely there. I've never seen this twin tail design But I guess it's not really a twin tail. It's like her hair is just all around. Her background is we don't actually know what she is. She is at minimum, she is the representation of a deep-born entity called the bloop that caused the bloop sound. For those who aren't aware, there was a underwater sound a long time ago. For a long while, we didn't know what it was. We eventually discovered that it was ice, like, grinding against itself and falling apart to pieces, but we couldn't tell what the sound actually was. And so for a long while, there's a lot of people who just thought there was some unknown massive entity living in the ocean. And so the idea behind the bloop here is that either the entity has figured out a way to take human form and walk among us, or humanoid form and walk among us as its own person, or it has created an avatar of itself that goes out and does all of this while its true body sits deep, deep in the ocean, unable to leave its current locale. She has a lot of bioluminescence about her, and this has done like a really good job of this too. She also has like a little cute shark pet named Chuck, I think. No, not, is it? No, Chunk. His name is Chunk. There's Gaming Syndicate. This one, oh man, is this Cosmic? I'm trying to think. I want to say it's like Cosmic Gaming or something like that. Oh, I remember seeing him in the Skydex. I don't have the Skydex pulled up right now, but I remember, I want to say that's who it is. It's a Cosmic Gamer or the Cosmic Gaming something like that. Oh, what is this like light thing coming over here? I wonder. Oh, is that like a personal force field? Dude, I love this whole sequence with this hover bike. This is so cool. It's very mechanic. It's probably, as far as AI goes, it's one of the most mechanically intricate I've seen so far. I really like this. Yeah, I'm unclear on this because this looks a lot like the Headless Horseman character that I know is like one of the Sky Bros. But the framing of this makes me think this is not that character. It's some kind of enemy character.
But heart still commanded.
Oh yeah, that sword. All right, so this is Hyde and this is Dot Pocket. My gut tells me this is Glacial Wolf. He makes a lot of like Magic the Gathering cards for folks. Like he'll make a Magic the Gathering card for like the characters that we make for our model, our online avatars. So he has several for the Bloop and Hyde and several for Dot Pocket. But I'm not 100% sure if that's the case. I just can't think of another White Wolf character in the community. Oh, the Warframes are bad guys. Navy. Hold on. Do we know somebody who's from the Navy? This still looks like Glacial Wolf to me. And it says what? Ride with God? Is Glacial Wolf a biker? This guy's definitely a biker. I feel like she used the actual sound from Doom Eternal for this gun. Hold on. Yeah, right here. I feel like the sound for this sounds like the machine gun from Doom Eternal. See, now this looks so much more like the Headless Horseman character I keep seeing in the community who just aura farms. That's like his shtick. His character does a lot of aura farming, but he looks out for the weak and downtrodden. And I don't know if she's here to slay this guy because this is not who I'm thinking of and they're a bad guy, or she's here to cut him down because the bad guys have put him up. But at the moment, it looks like the bad guys are winning. I know this guy too. I've seen him about. I know he was in the Skydex, but I don't remember his name either.
But I'm not giving up. Going down, I'm going down.
There's Powder. She has a whip coming out of her gun. That's certainly a design choice. Yeah, I think she has like Goon Police or something is usually written on her cap. But this is definitely Powder. She's like the elf girl that everyone calls racist because she says like, look, we can't force these communities to live with each other if they're not, capable of living with each other.
Faith as my shield.
There's Ember Paradox. So this is why I know the other girl wasn't Ember, is because this is Ember.
I'll stand till the end.
Okay, I'm not sure who this is. I didn't know who the witch was in the first place, and I'm not sure who this is. I kind of want to say DJ Nathaniel, but DJ Nathaniel doesn't have a wolf guy, so I'm not sure who this is. Okay, this is the card guy. So I was wrong about the other guy. This is the guy who makes like, when I say cards, by the way, I don't mean like Yu-Gi-Oh cards and Magic cards. He makes art based off of like playing cards. This is the sort of cowboy gambler guy that I was talking about. His name starts with R. I don't remember it. This is another one that I've seen him around, but I don't think I've interacted with him enough for his name to lodge itself in my brain. So unfortunately, I'm not remembering that. This is Enter 2 Credits. So originally Enter 2 Credits was just a like 16-bit image of 2 coins. And it was based on the idea of using credits to create AI imagery and video. But people made like sort of humanoid versions of him, none of which were official. And eventually he ended up making this avatar for himself. And he was like, okay, we're going to use this for if you need like a humanoid version of me. But he prefers the 2 coins. That's his calling card. Okay, this is Glacial Wolf then, because kill him with kindness is Glacial Wolf's thing. So I don't know who Biker Wolf was over there. And this one, is this like Glacial Wolf's girlfriend or wife, maybe? I'm not sure. I recognize her. I think I've seen her with Glacial Wolf's stuff before, but I don't know who she is. Wait. Who is this? Who is this? I feel like we've seen this character before. Is this one of Torst's characters? This looks kind of like one of Torst's characters. Torst doesn't have elf ears, so it's not Torst. This guy's, I don't know if he's a new member of the community, but he's new to me. He's so new that I think I only discovered him like a week ago. And I still don't remember his name because I've seen like maybe 5 of his posts. But he's another AI content creator. So I'm not really sure where he's at. Unless I'm completely mistaking myself and this is actually an avatar used by someone who's been longer in the community and I'm just mistaking him with someone else. But I remember seeing like this sort of like big fluffy mane thing with a giant collar. Ooh, who is this? I don't know who this is. This could just be a Red Veil character. I don't know. Because there's also a possibility anytime that we're cutting between these that she's actually just adding in some of the Red Veil characters, and I don't always know who the Red Veil characters are. I know some of them, but I could see this being a Red Veil character. I could also see this being a VTuber cameo. I don't know who, though. And this is Lusty Lynx. I usually watch her reacts to stuff. She's also someone who, I guess she technically streams a lot more. I probably could catch her streams, now that I think about it. I just wouldn't be able to catch the majority of each stream. I'd probably be catching it near the end of it. I like watching her reacts. She's got a good head on her shoulders, too. Okay, this is kind of looking like DJ Nathaniel again, but I'm not sure. I know I've said that like 3 times. I know the first time that he showed up, I was very certain that's who it was. I'm not 100% certain who this is, but DJ kind of has that like, he's either got the hoodie or he's got like the sword that says the word of God on it. This guy looks like he's got a more cybernetic look to him, so he's probably a different content creator. Okay, this one I'm curious if this is supposed to be Vesper. And the reason I'm curious is because Vesper's been making a lot of images of herself lately that have a more human skin tone color rather than her classic red skin tone. So I'm very curious. And she's been playing a little bit with her horns. Not like a lot, but enough that I could see someone thinking that you could mess with the horn structure.
Going down, I'm going down.
Leaflet. Now this makes me think even more that these guys could be a representative of a representation of the ideologically captured British institutions, because Leaflet's very outspoken against that.
Fighting.
This one I'm pretty sure. I am pretty sure this is Kitsune Mizuki. I'm pretty sure that's who this is. Although I only see 5 tails, Mizuki normally has 9. Although it's possible that the AI is counting this stuff back here as tails. But this like black tail with the red tip is one of her costume designs. This is definitely like a fully like battle suit redesign of her like black hair, dark Shrine Maiden costume. Okay. So now this has to be DJ Nathaniel for sure this time, because we have the Word of God sword, which is a hallmark for his design. See, and this, I'm guessing that this is who I thought it was then, because this is the Headless Horseman guy. He's a VTuber character, sort of. At least this is his avatar online. And he's generally like part of the community. So I'm guessing what happened is Wasabi cut him down from being chained up, and he's left now. And maybe this entire operation just was there to save him. I don't know if he came under fire or something recently. Maybe he did. Or he's just been having a tough time. Until I hold your light. But it seems like at the moment that he gets away, everyone sort of relaxes. So it feels like that's what they were here for. This is Melody. She's from the Kinneyverse. I believe she's Kinney the Hound's wife or girlfriend. I think she's his wife, and I think they have a kid. I'm not 100% on that, but she's a medic, as you can see here. I don't know who this is. I really don't know who this is. Skybrows. Okay, I think I have to try to remember the name of this. It's something Angel. It starts with a D. Dawn Angel. I think this is Dawn Angel. She is another AI creator. She worked recently on a collaborative effort with Keen and Holy Ball, and who was the other one? Was it Hyde? It might have been Hyde. I don't think it was Hyde, but it might have been. She worked on a collab with a number of others for the Leaflet AI art contest. But yeah, so that's the most recent thing I know that she's done. She's a little, from my perspective, she's a little more enigmatic. I don't see her as much. When she pops up, she's usually involved in something important, but I just don't see her. I think she's probably not on social media as heavily as other people. This, by the way, is super adorable. I love the little Stitch doll. I'm pretty sure that this is a reference to Louis because she's sitting at a grave, and I'm guessing that Stitch was something Louis liked a lot, probably. But I have to guess that she's sitting at the grave here. This is her hugging a Stitch doll at her daughter's grave. And that's where we end. I've gone for basically an hour on this. Like, honestly, every time Movieverse makes a video, it's a lot of stuff. It is so much to like pause and look because it goes by so fast. I don't know how she accomplishes making this pacing work so well, but she does every single time. This really harkens back to, based on what she was saying in the description, her look at the sky. While this says look at the sky / look at the sky with an E. Sky with an E is representative of Skybrows because his name is Sky Freeman, Skye. And before anyone gives me any shit about doxing him, he literally has that name attached to all his stuff, so I don't think I'm doxing him. So, but also look at the sky SKY in the sense that she's talking about leave it to the man above who knows more than I do. She's not talking about Skybrows there. I think she's talking about God. And a lot of the people in this community, I'm honestly surprised by this, that such a huge chunk of this AI creator community that's been brought up that I'm in now is very, very Christian people. And I would think that the Christians would be one of the quickest groups to be like, no, this technology is of the devil. It's going to make the mark of the beast and all this stuff. But no, they've been very, very accepting of this as a next step in the technological advancement of mankind. And there's somewhat of a hopeful view that this might not be the technology that leads us to the end of days. So I'm just really surprised by that. I didn't think that cultural niche would be this accepting of this way of doing things. Although I do believe that cultural niche is a minority in the larger Christian belief set. I think most of the normie Christians are still very convinced that AI will lead to the mark of the beast and such, which is a real bummer. But I'm just super surprised. I didn't think a lot of other Christians would think that way about this. Like, Sky's put it really well, though. He's like, to me, that I'm quoting Sky here. It is not me saying this as me. I'm quoting Sky. Sky has said, like, I've been in CGI, and to me, AI is just another tool to use to create more CGI. And that's how I kind of feel about AI, is it's just another tool to use. I absolutely believe it's going to be used for terrible things, but it's also going to be used for really cool things. And we just have to fight the people who want to use that power for evil while we proceed to use the power for good. But Lady Wasabi, it's been a long while since you've given us another video. I've missed you. I've missed being able to see these. You always find a way to just put your heart out in these. Like, somehow I can always just see like where your heart was at while you were making this. And I feel like there's a lot of people who just don't manage that the same way. Sky does it pretty well most of the time. I've seen a few others that do a good job. I think Holyball did a good job with his unfortunately, it's the only video I've really seen of him, which is the acronym video. I think he did a good job of showing like where his heart's at, thinking about the acronym and the ridiculousness of it. But I think Louisverse is where I come to when I want to see like, it's like someone pulled emotional and mental reality out of themselves and painted a picture with it. And I don't know how else to describe it. It's very like, to me specifically, at least within this AI sphere, it's like a hallmark of Lady Wasabi's work. That emotional gravity that I don't see that anywhere near as deeply as I do in the Louisverse videos. So it's always a pleasure and always lovely to react to these, to see what new amazing reality you've built into your wonderful cyberpunk city. And I can't wait for the next one. Don't feel like you need to come out and make a next one right away. Take your time. I know you go through rough stuff, so I don't want to like pressure you or anything, but I definitely enjoy these. I love these videos to death. They're really, really good. And I love seeing when you are able to come back and create something and share your heart with the community once again. I know a lot of stuff has happened in the last month or so, and it's been a little rough. And I think you had it rough before that even. But I'm praying for you, and I hope God opens doors for you and is able to keep helping you move forward through the pain of your loss and the emotions that you go through for it. So I wish you an absolutely wonderful day and an absolutely wonderful week, and I hope I can see something from you again soon. And if not, don't worry about it. Take your time, do what you got to do, take care of yourself. I think that's all I really have to say now. So for all my curious scholars, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.